Hi, this is Lisa Somerville for Divinity Designs. Thank you so much for joining us for our Marvelous Men's Party. Today, I'm here to share with you a tutorial using our pickup truck die set. And I'll also be creating 2 cards using some of the stamps, dies, and paper pad collections that Kelly has shared with you throughout the event. When creating with the pickup truck die set, you can use this set with or without the ladder on the truck. When die cutting these dies, be sure to die cut and emboss following the directions for your die cutting machine. Embossing the dies will bring out the detail of the dies. Anytime you see 2 shades of purple on the packaging or the web images, that does indicate that you should emboss your dies for best results. Here you can see I've already die cut and embossed the pieces from the pickup truck die set. I'm going to adhere these pieces together using Barely Art Glue. You'll apply the glue to the backside of the additional die cut pieces and then layer them over the embossed area where the pieces go. Here you can see all my die cut and embossed embellishment pieces for the pickup truck have been added in place. When using the fence part for the bed of the pickup truck, you'll simply apply adhesive or glue to the lower areas of the fence and then adhere to the backside of the pickup truck die cut panel. Now you can use the pickup truck embellishment on your cards, scrapbook pages, or home decor projects. Now I'm going to share with you 2 cards created using the pickup truck die set along with additional Divinity Designs products. Let me show you the products we're going to be using on this first card. We have the Happy Trails stamp set. This is a clear stamp set, a set of 18, along with the following custom dies. Farm Fence, Sentiment Strips 2, this is a set of 10, Pickup Truck, set of 8, Trees and Deer, set of 6, Desert Park Landscape Silhouettes, a set of 8, Park Silhouettes, a set of 8, Cowboys and Cactus Silhouettes, set of 18. For the base card, we're going to use the A2 Landscape Card Base with Layer. This is a set of 2. It will die cut and score your cardstock to create an A2 size card base that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The layer die is 4 by 5 1/4. We're also going to be using the matting rectangle. This will mat the layer die from the A2 Landscape Base Card with Layer. This will mat the layer die from the A2 Landscape Card Base with Layer die set. The paper pad I'm going to be using is our Landscapes paper pad collection. This 6x6 paper pad features 30 designer papers, 3 sheets of each design. Also not shown is our Curvy Slopes die. Here you can see I went ahead and die cut and embossed all the pieces that I'm going to need to create my card. Again, my card starts out with the A2 Landscape Card Base with Layer die set. Those are the 2 die cut and embossed panels you see here. And I'm also going to be using the matting rectangle, as the matting rectangle adds a pop of color behind the layer die and the base card. Here you can see I have die cut panels from the Desert Park Landscape Silhouette die set, along with a panel that's been die cut using our Curvy Slopes. I'm going to use Barely Art Glue to adhere these die cut panels together to create a grass scene. You'll adhere the grass to the Curvy Slopes die cut. And then adhere that black panel, which becomes your road. Next, we'll assemble the tree die cuts from the Park Silhouette die set using Barely Art Glue. Then you'll adhere those die cut panels to the landscape paper pad panel. That'll give you the scene that you see created here. Next, add adhesive to the backside of the farm fence die and adhere in place. I've embellished the pickup truck die panels with a tree and added dimensionals to the backside, and now I'll adhere that to my card. Now I'm going to apply adhesive to the backside of this panel, adhere that to the matting rectangle, and then to the base card. And to finish my card, I'm going to add the stamped sentiment panel and a few of the bird die cuts. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of the sentiment panel, and then I'll use Barely Art Glue to adhere the bird die cuts. And here's my finished card. For this next card, I've already die cut and embossed and assembled the pickup truck die set. We're also going to be using the Landscapes paper pad, the A2 landscape card base with layer die set, along with the pierced frames, curvy slopes, and birched background die sets. The card base is die cut and embossed from white cardstock. I used the layer panel from the A2 landscape card base with layer die set to die cut and emboss a piece of pattern paper from the Landscapes paper pad collection. The birch background is die cut and embossed from white cardstock. I have 2 curvy slopes die cut and embossed from white cardstock. The pierced frames die cut from brown cardstock, and a piece of acetate that I've cut just a tad smaller than the pierced frames die cut panel. Place adhesive on the back side of one of the curvy slopes, and then adhere that to the other die cut panel. You'll turn that die cut panel over, add adhesive to the back side, and then adhere over the birch background. Now there's a number of different ways that you can embellish your card. You can add dimensionals to the back of the pickup truck die cut panel and adhere in place. You can adhere background paper behind this panel and then adhere to your A2 base card. I'm going to be using these panels along with the acetate to create a shaker card. To adhere the die cut panel to the acetate, I'm going to spray adhesive onto the back side of the panel. And then I'll adhere that to the acetate panel. That creates a window so that my shaker elements don't fall out. Now you're going to add adhesive to the back side of the pierced frame die cut panel. I'm using score tape. Remove the backing from the adhesive and then adhere over the die cut and embossed panels. Now we're going to turn that panel over and we're going to add dimensional tape along all 4 edges. Make sure when adding the dimensional tape that all the edges butt up against each other so that your shaker elements don't fall out. Remove the backing from the dimensional tape and then add your shaker elements. And now you can seal in the shaker elements using another piece of cardstock, acetate, or in this case, I'm using the pattern paper. And now you can adhere this to your A2 landscape card base. The pierced frame die cut panel completely covers the A2 landscape card base. And now you can embellish the card with a stamped verse, sentiment, and your pickup truck. For more inspiration using these products, visit the product pages on our website.